Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming at you barefaced. I'm sure you see by the title that this is a get ready with me, so I wanted to come completely bare, and I realized my nose looks extra red. We absolutely love that. As I'm chatting, let me just start out with some primer. Real quick, I'm just gonna sanitize my hands, but just starting out. Good morning, well, it's morning for me. How are you all doing, wherever you are living? At least for me, here in good old Illinois, it's starting to get nice and toasty, which I don't personally love. So if you do hear a little motor sound, I do have a fan blowing because, like I said, it is warm and I want to feel comfy. So the primer I'm using is the Wet n Wild Clingy Primer. I really don't have a preference for brand, but I have been noticing that I prefer kind of a serum sticky primer. I really don't notice like a whole lot of difference between the two. I just noticed like e.l.f. has like a smoothing primer here. I can show you. It's like this poreless face prime on the go. Ooh, lighting, horrible. Just trust me. And that product, I don't like it. I have tried to wear it twice, and the first time I applied way too much. Let's just say it's very silicone-y. So if you like that, check it out. But if you don't, I would recommend passing. So for my foundation, at least for my brows, I'm just going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I use this as like my, I guess, to prime the brow area, and then I use it as like a concealer as well. I'm using a clean sponge, just applying that. I think I might have to get a hair tie to put my hair out of my face. I actually used sponge rollers for the first time ever last night, and surprisingly, I didn't like struggle sleeping with them that much. I was worried I was going to. I ended up putting my hair up like with a bandana, and I feel like that made it a lot easier to sleep on. Okay, I decided to grab a scrunchie. I hope I'm not gonna get foundation all over my hair. Oh, I'm gonna get foundation on my hair. I will try to include a photo of how I looked this morning when I took all the curlers out. Let's just say my hair was really, really curly. I went ahead and just kind of, with my finger, separated some of the curls. But so far, I really like it. I like how it did this piece here. It's not like as formed as much as I want to. I might put it back up in a roller before I leave. I do have naturally curly hair, but I just have not been feeling like my curls have been like forming as well as I want them to. So I kind of had the idea, of using rollers the other day, and I was like sitting there at work yesterday thinking, I wonder if I could use sponge rollers with my wet hair, and kind of hopefully the sponge will like allow it to dry. I did it with like partly wet hair, and I think it worked really well. So I decided to do my brows off camera, mainly just because they take me a while, and I also do have a couple of tutorials, so if you want to see how I do my brows, check that out. I just didn't want to, bore you too much. And also, I have a tendency to over talk, and then I feel like we would just be chatting, and all I would have done is my brows. I'm gonna go ahead and take Maybelline's Fit Me foundation. So how you'll see, because we're gonna do the whole routine, is my face is I will do kind of this portion, eyes, and then this portion. And then I'm trying to use less foundation, mainly because, for one, it's hot, or getting hotter, and two, I have been breaking out so bad lately. I don't know if it's just like changing weather, which it could be, but a part of me also feels like it is that maybe I'm just like putting on too much. So we're gonna try our best to kind of let our skin breathe-ish. I still like some level of coverage. Possibly might do a little less powder. We shall see. So for the eyes, I'm actually thinking of going, I'm not gonna say quite neutral, but using neutral shades. So the palette I'm gonna use is my current steel favorite, which is the Alice Blend Bunny palette. I literally have been loving this palette a lot. So I'm mainly gonna focus, I think, on these shades here. And then I want to use this shimmer shade, like, on the lid. So, you may have seen me recently do this, but I really have been loving to do the tape method for my eyeshadow. Let's grab a mirror. So, I am just going to do that today as well. We'll probably do one eye together, and then I'll just do the other eye, like, off camera. Anyways, back to the whole get ready with me. How have you all been? What have you been doing? I know for me, it's weird, because I'm actually feeling okay today, but originally I wanted to do this video because I've been feeling a little kind of like laggy. I don't know if that's like a good term for that, where I just feel like, tired, I feel like, all the time. I'm just gonna start with the black. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, fully show you all the colors. Hopefully that's okay, because I feel like most time people, when they do get ready as me, they don't necessarily do that, but let me know your feedback in the comments, because I definitely could. It's just because I might be cutting out certain parts if I just feel like it's boring. Anyways, I've been feeling honestly kind of crappy lately, like, which I'm assuming is just weather related. Like, all I want to do is sleep, and then if you're anything like me, if I sleep too much, then I almost start feeling this, I want to call it false depression, but it feels real. So for example, here, let me paint you a picture. The other day, I think it was like noon or something, like I was off, and I had done some editing. Maybe it was a little bit later. Needless to say, I was like, you know what? I think, like, we'll finish editing this chunk, and then I will go ahead and take a nap. I went ahead, set my alarm, I think, for, like, 3. Woke up at 3, was like, no, this is not enough. Figured I was just gonna lay there for, like, I don't know, how, like, another maybe hour. Needless to say, I think I woke up, like, 5:45, and I usually go to bed at, like, 7, because I get up at 3 in the morning, usually. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I still need to make lunch, I still need to have dinner, like, all this stuff. I still need to edit my video. At that point, I had needed to edit 20 more minutes of the video, and I was just like, oh, like, it kind of threw me off. So I kind of regret oversleeping. I wish now I would have just gotten up. And then it kind of just, I think yesterday kind of threw off my morning. I'm feeling better today. One thing I guess I've always found interesting, whenever I'm feeling like really tired all the time or whatever, I try to remind myself. Clearly I forgot on that day, which was Sunday, but I remembered it yesterday morning, which I was like, I think maybe I'm just dehydrated, even though, like, I feel like I try to drink a decent amount of water. I possibly was not drinking enough, so I just, like, chugged a bunch of water yesterday, and I've been feeling a lot better. So if you're feeling kind of cruddy, maybe it's that. It's worth a try. It definitely helped me. I hope it lasts, you know, because who knows, I might feel like crap later. I am happy I'm filming because I need to film so that I can continue creating my content, because I don't ever want to be without my content. You just see these colors blend so easy. I feel like I love having certain looks, like, under my belt that I know will always just look good. Because if you are anything like me, having a look, or, like, feeling like you look good, like, you just feel better. Let's see, what else has been new in my life? I feel like I've been trying to, with allowing myself to relax more. I have really just been loving, like, playing games on my phone. That has probably been one of my biggest, like, things that has, like, helped me, which sounds silly, but it's my fun time. And something I will also share, like, if any of you do video creation and struggle, one thing that I have been absolutely loving to do is, it sounds weird to say make myself, but just be like, okay, you need to edit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, then you can, you know, have whatever amount of time to either play your game. Usually I'll find myself going a little over the 5 minutes because I kind of, like, start to get into it. But it almost works as, like, a healthy motivation just to get, like, the task done that I need to get done. Holy cow. I don't even know if you can see that shine, but the shine is so good. I wonder if I need to redo my lighting. Like, let me know. Does that make it better? Hopefully. But this shade is, here, let me zoom you in. The shade is just so pretty. Hopefully you can tell. What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, doing that, I feel like, has really just helped me, because then I feel productive enough that I'm still, like, achieving the task. Lately, that has been my thing, that I feel like all I really have energy for at times is just, like, survival, which, I mean, I'm sure we're all in the same boat because of this crazy world that we are living in. I mean, I'm in the US, but crazy stuff is not just happening here. They have stuff happening kind of everywhere, and it's horrible and really scary. So I think definitely having little distractions, and also, you know, I'm really trying to remind myself, like, hey, it's okay to just take some time off to relax, but I don't want to give up on this dream, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I really enjoy making content. It's something that I've wanted to do for such a long time, so I don't want to give up. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of liquid liner. There have been so many times where I've been like, should I just make, like, one less video or whatever? And I'm like, I feel like where I'm at least with YouTube right now, which is still not great, but compared to where I was, like, I don't think I ever thought I would be where I am at this level. So I'm like, I can't give up on this dream. Like, I have wanted this for so bad, or for so long, and, you know, this dream is not hurting anybody, you know? Yeah, it takes a lot of, like, time, but I think it's worth it. I hope it eventually is a lot more worth it, but, you know, even for right now, just being able to be out here sharing, like, my love of makeup, hopefully finding people similar to myself who like to watch my content, it's just fun as well. Like, I love having this, whoa, sorry, realized my thing was off. I love having this community that we have. I think it's just absolutely fun. Let me go ahead and do my other eye, and we'll be back. Okay, now that the eyes are even, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some foundation to the rest of my face. But I forget, what were we talking about? Just like depression, maybe? Darkness? I've been noticing that, I probably talked about it a little bit, but I've really been enjoying watching movies lately, especially while I'm getting ready. Funny enough, I was watching Toy Story 4 as I was finishing this other eye, which I have never seen that movie before, but I love it. Well, of the Toy Story franchise. I just rewatched Toy Story 2 yesterday, and it's such a cute movie. Let me know down below what you all think. I feel like I definitely enjoy to, like, visit things from my childhood. It just make you feel better, or just, like, any feel-good movies. Like, so 2 feel-good movies that I've also watched recently is Fried Green Tomatoes. It's, like, one of my, even though it's, like, not a happy movie per se, but I love that movie so much. It definitely also was, like, I call it like a spring summer movie. And then I also watched Tu Wong Fu, which is also, that's a more happy, cheery movie. Let me know, I'm curious, what are your, like, favorite, like, go-to movies? Is anybody else, like, seasonal with their movies like I am? Like, I feel like there's movies that, granted, I could watch any time of the year if I wanted to, but I tend to consider them more, like, based on, like, this season. Yeah. Okay, foundation is done, or at least for how I'm trying to leave it. It's so weird, because I'm definitely leaving my blemishes kind of exposed, but hopefully that'll allow my skin to, like, heal a bit. I'm thinking for blush, I want to use this favorite, which I've shown several times. This is the Revolution Icon Blush Oral Points Rose, I think. I'm thinking of taking the cream side. Let's grab, actually have some clean face brushes. I'll use this one. Use this, like, angled brush. And take some on the cheeks. And I really like to take some in the temples. What else should we talk about? Let's be talking about makeup blotches and stuff. Oh yeah, that's such like an important thing that I wanted to talk about. So I have been feeling very, like, again, with the state of the world, and especially here in the States with tariffs, I know that a lot of people are probably going to be, like, not spending as much, which completely makes sense. I mean, I'm gonna also have to try not to be spending as much, but I'm kind of curious of, like, what sorts of content, if any. I mean, I think I'm just gonna kind of play around and just see. Of course, if you have any ideas, completely welcome to that. I'm really quickly just gonna go ahead, set my face. I've been using the Wet n Wild, the loose powder. This is just the shade Translucent. I think I'm gonna try to use a little bit less today, but we'll see. For a while, I was loving to use a sponge and, like, fully set the face. I'm using, funny enough, I found this, if anybody remembers these, from Top T Beauty, but I don't know if I'm gonna set as, like, much as I was. We'll see. I mean, so far I am, so maybe I will. We'll just kind of see, because I feel like I appreciate this, especially for, like, helping to prolong the makeup wear time throughout the day. And I feel like it also helps, depending on the day, with my makeup, like my lipstick not easing outside of my lip line. So I feel like doing this really does help with that. But anyways, yeah, I feel like I really want to, and I'm trying to pay attention, because I do feel like things are going to be shifting, the amount of money people are going to be spending and stuff. And I think even just, like, for myself, I've always kind of wanted to have a good mix of using what I have and, you know, still, of course, try new stuff. Like, I never want to not try out new stuff. Let me know your thoughts. I have not announced it yet, so I guess I can announce it here. I am going to be fully bringing back my series, Playing with Old Makeup, What I'm thinking of doing, unless I have like a specific palette that I want to do extra looks for, is I am in the process of listing out all of my eyeshadow palettes like on my phone. And then I will be once or twice a week because I do my shorts. That's what I'm thinking of doing it with my shorts. Unless I do like a get ready with me, is to kind of just pick one and then create a look with those. I think it'll be a good idea. I really want to try to find more content that I'm able to make. So definitely I want to bring back new makeup releases. So if you've been wondering where that has been on my channel, the reason I stopped is that I had, I think, a period of 2 weeks. I think it started with the Grwm Girls called the Sirens palette. So I had originally was going to, I believe, put that up before it launched. I ended up staying later in Texas, I think, or something. Like I noticed it was not moving quickly enough. So I literally got it, I think, the day before it launched, which kind of was a bummer. I was not able to make a video. Again, nobody's fault. It's just things like that happen. But because I had that and I still wanted to make a video, I think I like rearranged the video that I had planned for that Monday and I put it on the Friday, and then I quickly did the Grwm Girls for Monday. So kind of that's where we've been. And then I have like forgotten to do my normal routine for new makeup releases is I will film it on the previous Saturday so that I have time throughout the week to edit it. I know that's probably not how most people do it, but it usually has worked for me. Real quick, I'm going to take the Milani Make It Last Matte Setting Spray. So I usually do this after I have powdered my entire face, but not done like my lips. As you see, I like to like drench my skin. Oh, that feels so nice. So new makeup releases will definitely be returning on Friday. Look out for that if you are curious. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to include every single thing that I have missed. We will have to see. But I am definitely like, I've been curious. I feel like because I have not been making those videos, I feel so like out of the know with like what is coming out new. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our blush. So now that basically the face is set, we have our setting spray. This is usually when I will go in with powdered blush. So I'm going to go ahead and take our powdered blush shade. You don't necessarily need both, but I love this blush, so I will happily wear all of it. I think I might as well use like the little highlighty shade because this is really pretty. I'm going to go and line my lips off camera real quick just because it's hard to talk and do that, and then we're back. Okay, so for my lipstick, I'm just going to be using Cricket from Menagerie Cosmetics. It's like their black. It's not like my favorite black in the world. If you do not know, my favorite is Sleep Blocker by Black Moon Cosmetics. But I do have several of these that I did buy last year or the year before when they had a sale. So I'm just trying to use it up. And then for a little bit of shine, I don't even know if they make this anymore. This is by Urban Decay. This is one of those, so this is like a black liquid lip, but it's like one of those shiny ones. So a fun way that I've found to kind of use this product because it is sticky, I will just apply it a little bit here, like on the top of the lip and like on the bottom. Here, let's kind of show you. So I'm applying it kind of to the perimeter, but I'm not allowing it to like where my lips touch. I'm not allowing to put it there. And that is that. I think this turned out pretty. Like I like how it has the gloss, but it's not like sticky. So that's good. Let me go and apply mascara, get my outfit ready, and then we'll be back to finish this off. Alright, here we are for the finished result. Please let me know down below what you do think of this. Let me know what you thought of this video. I just love chatting with you. Subscribe if you did enjoy this content, and I will see you in my next one. Have a good day. Bye.